By this time, you might have read many self-help books and educated yourself. But what people forget is that knowledge is limited. What you need is wisdom. We assure you, you're missing out on money if you're not linking your knowledge of these books with wisdom. In this video, we'll develop wisdom. We'll take the two books at their face worth. These are The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel and Money, Master the Game by Tony Robbins. Both are great books by grand authors. First, for those unaware, there'll be a recap of essential lessons on money that these provide. Second is the grand question: can the lessons be integrated into majestic learnings on how to think and control money? Finally, we'll arrive at what should you be doing if you want to apply the psychology of money and master the game. So hit the like button and let's get right into it. Chapter 1: Lessons from the Psychology of Money. This book is written by Morgan Housel, who's an investor himself and is a partner at the Collaborative Fund and sits on the board of Markel, a multi-billion insurance giant. The author states that money's greatest intrinsic value is its ability to give you control over your time. Now, these are words of wisdom that summarize what his book, The Psychology of Money, intends to deliver to its readers. For this video, we intend to root out lessons that help you build an investment mindset. These lessons can later be used to develop a long-term investment strategy. We'll just pick up the core lessons from the book. Now, there are 18 chapters, so this would be hard work, but we have already done this for you, and that is as follows. First, everyone has their own biases through which they simplify their understanding of the world. This is called heuristics in psychology. But if you want to control the money, you must know your own biases to have a rational view of things. Next is a lesson on luck and risk. They're two sides of the same coin. You have to account for both to be a successful investor. Second is wealth is what you keep. Understand that for humans, goalposts are moving. You must achieve satisfaction with financial independence. To get out of your grind early, you have to start early and start now. It is important to control your finances to become wealthy and then stay there. He says people see the expensive car. They don't care about the driver. Show-off wealth is not important. Being wealthy is. Rather, show-off will lead you out of your wealth swiftly. Third is, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. You should also understand that charts of the past cannot be used to predict the future with 100% certainty. Change is in the nature of things, and you should leave room for error. A margin of safety protects you from misfortunes, but bull runs will end, and you should be ready to invest in those downturns. Final tutorial from this book is to not fall into pessimism and evolve into a discipline. Money is invisible and ever-changing hands. You must understand its psychology to convert dynamic money into more sterile wealth. We'll use pointers from this book ahead to build principles of long-term investing. Now let's move to Mr. Tony Robbins and see what he has to say. But before that, think about what just happened here. We took the effort of going through about 250 pages of text for you. We request you to make the effort of pressing the like button and subscribing to the channel if you're liking it here. Chapter 2: Lessons from Money, Master the Game. Now, if you don't know Tony Robbins, he's an interesting personality. Former US President Bill Clinton has said that he has the gift to inspire. But apart from oratory, he too has developed a fundamental understanding of wealth using lessons from wealthy people he met and interviewed. So Money, Master the Game is quite an organized book. It has its lessons arranged in 7 broad chapters. Easy to remember, easy to understand. Again, we are picking out relevant lessons for the purposes of the video. These are: Number 1, you should make your investments automatic. Psychologically, you want to keep your earnings to yourself. But if you don't invest, your earnings will remain in savings. So find mechanisms that auto-deduct your investments. How? We'll see that later. Number 2, you should be rational and cynical and take things at face value. He debunks some myths. Like in investment, people brag about their profits, hiding their losses. So you want skepticism and rational investment to track it. Number 3, make a bucket list. A catalog of stuff you want from the money if you were financially independent. You must then reverse engineer how much you need to invest and what sort of return you need. Craft an investment strategy according to your bucket list. Things like asset allocation and accounting for error to insulate your investments from shocks are vital to know here. Number 4, educate yourself to invest like the top 0.001% of the population. These are the masters. From Warren Buffett to Ray Dalio. Read books about them. Last is number 5, enjoy the journey. As we saw, your life should not revolve around the need for money, but rather money should revolve around the needs of your life. This sums it up nicely. Now it is visible that there are some divergences and a set of convergences between the two. So get down into the comments and tell us which book did you like better, The Psychology of Money or Master the Game of Money. This will help us in answering the grand question: can we integrate the lessons from both of these books to get a sound investment strategy? Chapter 3: How these lessons can be combined for a grand investment theory. So how does one get to that theory? Now that we know what we need, let's arrive at the answer to the grand question using the knowledge of the two books. The principles of a sound investment strategy are: number 1, behavioral science is as important as the analysis of the investment. Together with the knowledge of where to invest for maximum return per unit risk, we also need to understand our biases and the markets. So be disciplined and automate your investments to average out the effect of biased self and market. Number 2, your investment strategy is tailor-made to your needs. What Buffett or Tony Robbins do with their money is education, not an investment advice. You can get all the help you need, but the homework should be done by you. In Morgan Housel's words, beware of taking financial cues from people playing a different game than you are. Number 3, always keep a room for error. This has been described in both books and books outside. You need this to protect your investments from your own mistakes and the chaos that prevails in the general market. In investments, you have to discount the future expectations of returns with some margin so that you remain on your path to financial independence even if there are bear cycles. So broadly, this is the grand long-term investment strategy. Our next question in line is how to get started on the path of action for this strategy. Chapter 4: How to get started. For our purposes, we assume you're an average young Indian in their early 20s. So how do you apply this strategy? We'll take some examples of our market and tools available to common Indians to answer this. The first step is always education. Mr. Buffett is still an avid reader who reads almost 1,000 pages of information a day. You have to hone your skills of investment with time. Next is building the bucket list. Set your financial goal and what you need to retire. This is different for everyone, but let's assume you'll need 1 crore rupees to retire. So you need that amount in, say, some 30 years. Remember the advice of Tony Robbins. You should automate your investment. The obvious answer for this is SIP, as there your investments get auto-deducted from your bank periodically. This automatically brings discipline. But you can also do it yourself with direct investment if you have the cash and the discipline. Start small and increase the monthly investment with the respective rise in income. Your investment choices are to be ensured and should provide room for error. This means asset allocation in equity, bonds, cash, etc. as per your needs and your plan. You can also save some lump sum cash at the ends of bull runs to invest when the market falls. For example, many saw the pandemic lockdown as an opportunity to invest in lump sum. Even defensive stocks like ITC are up nearly 100% in just 1 to 2 years. But lump sum investments are supplementary to your monthly SIP. For example, if one was to invest a lump sum of 10,000 rupees in 1979 into the Sensex when it began, it would become around 49 lakh today. But SIP of 1,000 per month would amount to 3.55 crore today. So as a rule of thumb, collect cash for lump sum investment in rising markets to assist your SIPs in falling markets. With even assumed returns of 15% a year, which the market has delivered, you will be able to meet the end bucket list. Again, never forget that what you need for all this is discipline and an understanding of your biases. Your wealth is not to show off, but to achieve that bucket list. So keep your head down and keep investing. That's all, folks. This video has been a great endeavor to combine lessons from 2 prominent bestsellers, The Psychology of Money and Master the Game of Money. Here we understood some foundational lessons about money. Becoming wealthy is rooted in understanding money and making it work for you. Investment is the name of the game, and it requires behavioral discipline, proper planning, and asset allocation. So let us know in the comment section how you play the game of investing, mutual funds or direct investment. As Tony Robbins said, enjoy the journey. For more learning from Morgan Housel, we've got you covered with our video on The Psychology of Money book summary. Go check it out to get more lessons from this book. Before you go, don't forget to like and share this video and hit the subscribe button for improving your investment game.